Continental et en œuvrant à la mise en œuvre effective de la ZRECAF, le Burundi contribue à créer les conditions d'une Afrique en milieu rural ou urbain a accès à une nourriture suffisante et nutritive tout en soutenant la prospérité économique de nos nations. Excellences, Mesdames, Messieurs, la stratégie durable et résilient face aux du Burundi en cours d'actualisation prendra en compte cette stratégie et son plan d'action, ce qui garantira sa mise en œuvre au Burundi. L'approche multisectorielle préconisée par la déclaration de Kampala sera appliquée au Burundi en associant les secteurs publics et privés, les partenaires au développement technique,
to allocate 10% of national budget to agriculture and rural development and target 6% annual agriculture productivity growth. Building on this, the Malabo Declaration 2014 expanded Caadp scope and with triple African trade and hence resilience on climate change. I would like to talk about Caadp and current nutrition challenges because despite economic and agricultural growth over the 2 decades, I will say there are some progress in translating into food and nutrition security, but this is not enough for all African countries. We still have challenges about malnutrition. We have challenges about many challenges. I will come on that one because as a result of not implementing our strategies, our decision, we have some challenges. One of the challenges is in nutrition is there is a link with health, forced displacement, and climate change, and many areas. I would like to focus, as I'm commissioner in charge of health, focus on food security and health. You will all agree with me that there is a link between food security, quality of security, food, and health. Because if you don't eat well, you don't have nutritious food, quantity and quality, there will be problem for you in terms of health problem, because in Africa, in many areas, especially on our villages, we have stunting children, we have malnourished children, we have women, especially young girls, impacted by anemia because of the lack of nutritious food. And to tell you that there is a link between nutrition and health. I will talk also about climate change and food security and also nutrition. It's not only at our community level, it's also about forced displaced persons, refugees, internal displaced person, migrant. When I visited humanitarian or camp of IDP or refugees, I'm sad to see women, stunting children are there, women don't have good food, and all people living in this camp, they face also problem. That means we need to assess that one and to include them in our politics about food security and well-nourished children in Africa. We have malnutrition, we have food insecurity, but at the same time, and also impact on our health is today we have, I talk about famine, anemia, but we have also obesity. You can see in our towns we have obesity. We have some disease like today, many people are living with diabetes due to obesity. Also, we have hypertension, and we have some disease linked with this situation and security of our food in Africa. We have also some difficulties. This aspect is in the current declaration going to be adopted by head of state. We have an issue with fertilizers. The fertilizers sent in Africa are not sometimes good. And we are using a lot of herbicide and pesticide, which is not good for health. This will pollute our soil. And you can see, I'm coming from a region we have cotton. We are using this herbicide and fertilizers not accepted in this big country. They are sending to us, and also they are creating problem with our soil, water, polluted, and also this water and the ground all are polluted because of this fertilizer, pesticide, and the main important also is going now with cancer. Why do we have many cancer? It's linked also with the food we are eating. I asked a medical doctor, why now men, women, we are, it's before we used to say that cancer is in family. Now it's not the case. Many people are dying linked with what we are eating. To tell you, there is link with our food and food security with health issues, and also impact also on bees, insects, and many things, and birds. You can see, I remember when I was a child, you can find all these insects. We used to take them to grill and eat. It's nutrition. But now you don't see any. And when you see, we don't have honey. And now we are not sure of the quality of honey because they are taking these flowers with pesticide, and it became a big issue. And also, when we talk about that one, what can be done? We have health issues, we have education issue, and we have diverse nutrient rich in food, but the quality is a problem. But what can we do to find solution to these issues? We have to change our habit. I used to say, we have soil, the land we can farm, we have water, we have phosphate. Why we cannot produce good fertilizers in Africa? We need to change the narrative. And also, we need, as Africa, to do many things. I will start by investing in food security, nutrition, and to be sure that all African citizens will be well nourished and healthy. It is one aspiration of Agenda 2063. And as African Union, what are we doing? We are doing many things. I talk about this declaration, the Malabo declaration, the one we are going to adopt today. But beyond that, we have other initiatives. I will talk about African Leaders for Nutrition Initiative. We have head of state like the King of Lesotho, let's see, who is very engaged to see how we can advocate for financing nutrition and the Continental Nutrition Accountability Scorecard, and also to see the link with health issues. And we launched also a very important initiative, the Adolescent Nutrition Campaign, especially for our girls. and we call it She Will Grow Into It by the African Union Nutrition Champion, and anemia advocacy also. When I was young, I used to see that every month you have problem, but I never realized that there is link with issue of nutrition, but the situation still continue. And I would like to recall that we have the theme of year 2022, which was about nutrition, and we have a roadmap, and currently we are working to lead the development of strategic document and framework aimed at advancing action and achieving nutrition target. And we have our strategic framework on prevention and management of anemia in Africa. We have also multi-sectoral nutrition policy framework to provide guidance on the adoption of multi-sectoral approach, and the main important is funding target for nutrition investment in Africa. And we have also something called the cause of hunger in Africa study. Some countries are studying, and we have a report, but some are not performing, or they are performing, we are not aware about it. And also something important for us, it is our Africa Regional Nutrition Strategy. That strategy 2016 to 2025, we are renew it for 10 years and achieve 40% of reduction of stunting, and also reducing anemia, and some countries are doing well. I know Ethiopia, we are living in Ethiopia, they have a very good initiative about children 0 to 5 years, and they are performing. It's not only Ethiopia, we have many countries performing in that one. Now talking about the current declaration, it is very important for us all to be committed. Our member state, us as an organization, our REX, private sector, civil society organization, and all stakeholders, they have to be engaged, and it is possible. All of us, we can give example by producing. I used to say, in another capacity, I used to farm maize and rice, to say that is doable. Not because I would like to farm, I'm the daughter of farmer, but I would like to show example, and it is possible, and it will create job opportunity. And something very important, we are all crying when we have this Russia-Ukraine crisis. We don't bread, we can produce our bread in Africa with cassava, maize, and we have they call it indigenous food. We produce what we consume, and it is rich. We have everything, but we have a habit also every morning to have our bread. When I was a child, we don't have bread. We have porridge, maize porridge or millet porridge morning, which is very important, without sugar, but we were good. But now with this new kind of living, we cannot go back, sure for that, but we need to improve the situation in Africa. If we don't invest, we don't consume what we are producing, and also fertilizer, we can produce organic fertilizers. This is also important. If we do that one, we will have healthy, well-nourished, and resilient Africa, and also we will have prosperity, livelihoods, and nutrition for all Africans. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner, for that statement that you've made, really linking the work that you are doing with the theme of this summit, which is on improving agri-food systems within the continent to ensure food security for all Africans. So, members of the media gathered here, it is now time for our question and answer section. If you have any question, please put up your hand, and then you can go ahead and ask your question. Yes, I see a question on my left. Please go ahead. Can we have a microphone?
Thank you so very much, Commissioner, for those good remarks. I am Ampaire Amon Ortega. I am a Ugandan and African. I have concerns as an African. You talked about so very many things, but most interestingly is the loss, the fertilizers that we get, which are of poor quality. We are losing our heritage as the African people. We are losing our identity. We are losing our special species, birds, insects, animals, and even human life. In the most termed as the traditional farming practices, we used to get good fruits. We used to get good food. The African food was medicinal. You would take and distance yourself from any kind of disease. But the food that we're eating as the people of Africa today is poison, most of it, because of some of the fertilizers and many other farming practices that the people use. Others have opted not to have supper in African countries because they are trying to save their lives, to live longer. When did we reach here? What is the African Union missing that we, the African people, can back you up and mobilize all it takes to defend this continent that we call home? The other thing that I want to end with, Commissioner, is that the African people, most of them are the youth. Talking about Uganda, almost 70% are young people. And so there are so many African countries. But this big population is not involved directly in agriculture. Where is the future of Africa? If the majority are waiting for food on their table, but are not willing to have it in their gardens. Thank you so very much.
Can you just elaborate on your last point? What is the question?
The African young people not involved directly in agriculture, they only want to have the product, already made products. How can we interest the young people to involve themselves in agriculture?
Thank you. Do we have any more questions? Commissioner, maybe you can tackle those two.
Yeah. Thank you so much for these important questions. I will start by young people in agriculture. We need, first of all, to change the manner we are thinking. We will all study law, economy, philosophy. We need to change the manner, the education system. We have a team of here on education. We need professional one. And to interest a student to go for agriculture. Let me give you an example. I went home and one person with his son, he studied agriculture and environment. And they come to me and said, please, can you find job opportunity for me? I explained to my family, see this young person studying agriculture, your dad who is a farmer, he has a land. And with a loan, you can go to agriculture. But his mindset of our young people, they don't want to go to agriculture. They think, we are all thinking to be in an office and working. It cannot work like that. Themselves are not interested. We need, as African Union, as member state, to interest our young people to go for agriculture. And it's doable. And we used to say, the land never lie. If you work in your land, you will have some income, you will have something. But we are not going. And also, our politics. We need also to focus on agriculture and something not only agriculture. We have young people, they need to be supported. We talk about Zambia. Only Zambia can feed all Southern Africa. When I see DRC, In West Africa, we have some countries. Why we cannot produce in Africa? We need to change our mindset. We need to train our people to reinforce the capacities, human capacities, and also the issue of money. I know some students, they want to go for agriculture, but they don't have enough capacities. They are not trained for that. They don't have enough funding. We need to educate them. There are three levels of responsibilities. As African Union, we have a good strategy. Why our member states include all these things? Why our member state cannot take that strategies, domesticate them, and to do things? We don't have enough money to create a job in agriculture for all our 1 billion for 400. How do you call it? 1 billion and 400 million. Yeah. We cannot do so. It is us to give strategies, our member state to implement, our member state to find a fund for that, our partner to support us, our civil society to support is doable. That's what I can say about our young people. It is possible. We need to interest them, to tell them that something needs to be done. And as I mentioned, I used to go for agriculture in another capacity. Every year we can have minimum 15 tons of rice. From 15 to 20 every year. This year we couldn't farm with my husband. My husband was a journalist. When he retired, like as a son of a farmer, he returned home. At the beginning, people were laughing. They said, no, you are a good career, and you come to... Now they are coming to learn from him, and it is possible. All of us, we can do it. And the issue of fertilizer, I fully agree with you. These fertilizers are killing us. You have cancer, you have leukemia for many people. Over the heart attack, what we are eating is poison. And us also, because of money, we will take something like, I don't know how you call it, they put, when one person died, they put it to keep the body. And our citizens are putting that one in food. It cannot be because of money. We need also ourselves to do something to say, yeah, everything is not about money. We need to protect our citizens. We need also to see what we are using. And you will have fertilizers coming from abroad. They are not using them in their countries, but they don't consider us, and we will buy it and poison our soil, our food, everything, and we are sick now. I don't know why they are doing so, but we need to be aware about it and to stop producing. It's possible also, organic fertilizers. And also we need to produce in Africa. Many countries, they have phosphate. Why we are not producing? This is an issue, and I fully agree with you. We are losing our identity. As I mentioned, when I see our kids, when you have this pap, or how do you call it? Porridge. No, not porridge. Kenya, ugali, yes. And njima in Sudan, to in my country. Exactly. When we cook, our children don't want, they prefer to eat pizza, to eat... This is not, how do you call it, this food, I don't know how you call it, not nutritious food. We copied from America, Europe, and this fast food. There is a problem. We need also to sensitize our children to say you need also to eat what we are producing. And also this issue of genetically modified organisms. This is also a big problem. When you take that one, like maize, you will farm this year, you will take seed and food. The third year, you won't have anything. You have to go again and buy. There is a problem. We need also to be united and to produce our fertilizer to avoid this impact of fake fertilizer on our health. And this is very important, and we need all to work together on the issue to finish with this issue and to have safe agriculture, safe food, and nutritious food. We need that one, but we need also press to sensitize on the impact of these fertilizers killing and also poisoning our life. And we are dying. You can see now, young people heart attack, old people. Before, why it wasn't like that? As you mentioned, we used to eat a very good and natural food, but we are not doing so. We need also to change all of us our mindset and say that we need to eat what we produce. And we have everything in Africa. We cannot live in silo, but we need also to do something in Africa, and it is possible.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do we have any more questions? Yes. Please use the microphone.
My name is Caroline. I'm part of the AU media team. I would like you to please comment about traditional food and production. We have a lot of small-scale farmers, but we also have a lot of wastage in our farms. So what are some of the policies that we are going to expect countries to adopt, especially in value addition, and ensuring that some of these traditional foods are well kept, but also during droughts we still have food so that we don't see situations where food gets spoiled and 6 months later we have people dying of hunger. Thank you.
Commissioner.
Thank you. About our traditional food. This is very important, especially wastage. There is link with these fertilizers. We use a lot. You will see a potato big like that, but after 1-2 days, it spoils because of these fertilizers. We need to return to see how we can improve the manner we are producing. When I went to market, I will see onion like this. There is problem. Why is it so big and we are consuming this kind of thing? We need to return and to see how we can farm. And I see farmers now, they don't want to farm. They will use, how do you call, herbicide. You expand it. You won't have any dot. You just come and farm. You won't do anything. Just you come later to take your maize, your millet. But there is a problem for that. And vegetable is the same. You will buy vegetable, and the day later you cannot eat it. It's spoiled. This is also impact of fertilizers. We need to avoid that wastage, and also sometimes it's good, but there is link with our infrastructure. If I come from a region, we produce a lot of mangoes, but we cannot go with mango. If you come pork, didn't eat because they are enough for them. But in another region, you won't have it. We have problem with infrastructure, transportation. I will link that one also to avoid wastage with free movement of person and goods also. I will produce. I cannot sell because we don't have a free movement of person and good. There is a problem. We need free CFTA, but we don't need free movement. There is contradiction. And how we can avoid this wastage if we don't allow people to move from a country to another one to sell. If I produce more this and she's producing, we can have this trade between us, and if people are moving freely. And about drought, there is a problem for drought. In Southern Africa, if you don't have droughts, you will have floods, cyclone. How to do that one? This is also part of our strategies, climate change and food security. This one is more complicated. Africa is not polluting, but we are the more impacted continent. We need also, we are talking about COP. I saw last COP, many countries said we are not going because they said there is fund. How to access to this fund? It's like you give money to a tortoise and you put money at the top of a tree and say, tortoise, go and take money. It's like that with us. We cannot. It's difficult. We need also we have strategies, but we need also to look about this climate change and food security, climate change with health. Climate change impact everything. This is very important. We have strategies. We will elaborate about traditional food. It is in our roadmap of 2022. It is also in the document we are going to adopt. We have also this issue of forced displacement, drought, climate change, floods. AU tried to help, but we cannot help this year, particularly 2025. And when I saw flood on the TV, I prefer to stop, because they will come to me and say, Commissioner, can you help? But we don't have money to do so. And we organize a pledging conference to handle all these issues. We supposed to have 174 million US dollar. Now, when I'm talking, I have only 15 million. How we can build the Africa we want if we are not contributing to handle all these issues. This is also the situation. That's why I'm insisting on investment, a link with health, link with free movement of person. I'm disappointed. I'm going to leave this union. We adopted, AU Assembly adopted the same day CFTA with free movement protocol. I'm talking now, we have only 4 countries ratify this protocol. Luckily, we have some countries like Ghana, Kenya, we have about 10 countries opening borders. You can have a visa at the airport, which is not bad. But I need 15 ratification for the entry in force of this protocol, free movement protocol, and goods also. Is not happening. I will fight since 2018 to have this, to see this free movement protocol entry in force, but it won't happen. But I'm happy we could engage our member states. Some will say the security issue, they don't ratify, but they open the door, the borders. It's good for me. If we can move freely, we will have a free movement of food and everything. This is very important. If we don't change the manner we are thinking, if we are not united, it will be challenging for us in all areas, include agriculture and nutrition.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I don't see any more hands going up. So I think this is a good time for us to adjourn this briefing. Thank you so much for those who managed to come in person, and also thank you to those who are watching us online. We are still continuing with the summit. It will conclude today with the adoption of those 2 key documents, one of which is the Kampala Declaration, and the other is the Caadp Strategic Plan and also Action Plan to guide us on the way forward. So thank you again very much, and we wish you a good day.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm Francophone. I tried my Franglish. I hope you are not disappointed. But I try to... Thank you for your support. Have a good day. Thank you.